What's good, people? It's about that time to randomly relate, reverse rants, no hate. So, listen, I have to address Gervonta Tank Davis. So, he made a comment about Ryan Garcia being afraid to fight Isaac Pitbull Cruz. Could be some truth to that. He might not really want that fight because he knows that Isaac Cruz is really a threat. A lot of fighters try to overlook certain fighters and say that they're not that good. But a lot of times, they may truly feel like that about certain fighters, but then it's times they say it just to make their fans feel like, yeah, brush him off. He'll beat him anyway. That's what they want the people to think. Now, here's the thing. And I'll say this about Gervonta Tank Davis or any other fighter. Don't worry about him fighting, Isaac Cruz. Don't worry about who Devin Haney fighting anybody other than who he's fighting, and then beat Cambosos and then fight you. Why do these fighters constantly try to brush other fighters off or worry about, he's scared to fight this guy, that guy's scared? That's not your concern. I feel like this. Say listen, if I'm fighting you motherfuckers, I want all of y'all to be undefeated. I want all of us to be undefeated at the same time. And I'll go through you motherfuckers one by one. You know why? Because I want to be the first one. I want to be able to give you your first loss. I want to be able to say I beat every fucking top fighter in my division. I beat all the top dogs. I beat them. So if they too scared to fight each other, at least I can say I fought every one of them motherfuckers. You think that I be telling Anthony Joshua, oh man, you gotta go fight Deontay Wilder? You want it, AJ? Come on, I fuck you up first. Wilder, you gonna get it next? Andy Ruiz, whoever. I don't understand the mentality of fighters when they say dumb shit and not realizing if you want to feel like you stand alone, you mean to tell me you rather blow huge money fights just to have fame and glory in a capacity where you're growing, but you're here, but you could be way up here simply because, and we know Tank got the skills, we know he can fight. Haney, Ryan, all these dudes are good fighters, but it's like, I don't like when I hear fighters tell other fighters, you need to fight this person. The same way when Teofimo, and Tank should know that shit because Teofimo pulled that shit with him, Ryan, him and Ryan when he told him, they need to go fight not Cambosos, they need to go fight Lomachenko or fight somebody else to prove that they can fight me, to earn it with me, because I beat the man that nobody wanted to fight and all this other shit, talking about because he got the one victory over Lomachenko. So now all of a sudden nobody's worthy to fight him. So the whole division got to knock themselves off, right? Like y'all do all the dirty work, then come back to me when I'm ready for y'all to come back to me, if I'm ever ready. And I'm and basically, like Tank said, what, he a matchmaker now? Exactly. Now you're doing the same thing. Don't worry about Ryan fighting Pitbull. You fight Ryan. Now Ryan Garcia, if he really want that smoke, he ain't gonna talk that dumb shit about 140 when he know damn well you campaign at 135. Now if you're willing to go to 140, so be it. But at the end of the day, it's like, nah, I'm not gonna give somebody my fucking victim. Now, what's going on behind closed doors, negotiation wise, or what they mean? Look, it's not like you just say, I want to fight that guy. Okay, cool. Make the fight. No, it's a lot that goes into putting the fight together. We know that. But what I'm saying is, it's backwards. The way fighters, instead of fighters wanting to fight each other, they hope that somebody else beat them just so they can laugh at them. Why? I'll say it again. These guys are already making big money without having to even fight each other. So there's no urgency. You understand? There's no urgency there. They don't feel like the fans do. The fans like, I want to see that, but they're like, I'll beat that motherfucker. Yeah, okay, you probably will. We want to see it. We don't want to hear you tell us what you'll do. We want to see it. So that was his words, that Ryan is scared of him, and then basically he was going back and forth with Devin Haney, and Devin Haney was like, look, okay, so stop talking. After I beat Kambosos, let's make the fight. This is where I don't care who you are, but this is where me as a grown fucking man, I get turned off by the childish shit. It's like, do you want to fight Devin Haney or do you want to fight Ryan Garcia? There's no fucking way that a shark is going to be in the fucking ocean and see a ring of blood and not go after something. You understand what I mean? He's hunting at that point. You got one dude in the division that has every major title, and y'all not calling him out. All y'all doing is talking shit. He's the champ, yet he's the hunter. He's not the hunted, he's the hunter. So at the end of the day, it's like, they can talk all that Devin Haney boring bullshit. They can talk all this, I beat this guy, we don't care about that. And y'all know, whoever Tank Davis fight, I'm pulling for him to win. But that's bullshit when you, like, why focus on, if you're going to have a war of words, say something that makes sense. Worrying about him being afraid and saying this guy's afraid. People say Tank afraid to fight certain people and all that dumb shit. I feel like when you're ready to make something happen, that's when you talk, because now you're ready to back it up. Until you are ready to make this shit happen, I don't give a fuck if it's Leonard Ellaby and Floyd or whoever y'all blaming, they don't want well, fuck that. Because if you want it, it's like, hey, listen, I know what y'all trying to do, but let's make this fight. Let me beat this motherfucker before somebody else do. Simple. And if it's an issue with different platforms, like, you know, the Zone, and then you over there, you know, with Showtime or whatever, work this shit out. But they're not even showing interest. So that's why I said, even like with Ryan, the shit he was doing with all this stupid, and don't get me wrong, I know why he's talking shit to Ryan. Because Ryan keep calling him out, talking about he's scared and all this shit and just acting like a fucking kid. But it's like, at the end of the day, if it's not going to happen right now, it needs to happen soon. Like, what are you guys waiting for? You know, for every fight that you look at right now and you think, yo, I want to see this fight, this fight, this fight, this fight. What they all have in common is there's no real issue with putting the fight together. Like, there's nothing that's really stopping this fight. If it's a network issue and shit like that, the fighters would make that shit dope. Because you don't want people thinking you ducking a motherfucker. Nah, that's not the case at all. I want to fight, but, you know, Showtime at his own, I want it, whatever, because I fight for them, and this person is on that platform, that type of thing. They just insult each other on Twitter and say a bunch of tough shit and sign the contract, send the contract. Like, it's like, this shit's getting old, man. If Tank Davis, for me, to be in a position where, okay, Devin Haney is the champ, but I'm the real star of the division. I'm the fucking one everybody look at. And everybody saw, we saw the seating charts, right? We saw, he outsold Ryan Garcia. He had like 4,000, like 4,000 something more people come to his fight, you know, in the same building that Ryan did. At the end of the day, they still are probably the two most popular in the division. Don't get it fucking twisted. Haney's popularity is there. Don't get it fucking twisted. It's just that people are making that excuse to try to not fight him. If a guy is so easy to beat, he's boring, I'll smoke him, go take his fucking... But you mean to tell me, that's just imagine you stand across the street, right? And there's a big ass sign, right, with an arrow pointing down saying $100 million. You see all this money, you gonna stand across the street and go, I ain't going over there today, man. Like, so you gonna risk somebody else walking down that same street with you and seeing that money over there, and then you come back and that money gone? Man, you better go get that money. These dudes are not chasing each other. Devin Haney's the only one. I'll say it until I see something happen different. Devin Haney is the only 135-pounder trying to make the best fights happen. He's the only fucking one. All those other guys they're not going after each other. And that's what I mean. Yeah, Pitbull Cruz is a good fighter. Okay, and there's other guys that's but no. Haney don't want Pitbull Cruz. He want Ryan. He want Tank. He wanted Teofimo. He want Lomachenko. That's what I'm saying. And Lomachenko, we know his situation, but I hope, honestly, I really hope that after Devin Haney beats Kambosos, that the Lomachenko fight happens. Because what's going to happen, I don't care about people that make excuses if he beats Lomachenko. And I believe he's going to beat Lomachenko. But we'll get to be seen. But I believe strongly he's going to beat Lomachenko. Bottom line is, he beats Lomachenko. All that, oh, he beat the man, they beat the man bullshit. It's like, guess what? Not only is he undisputed, but now he finally shut everybody up about him not being able to beat Lomachenko. Ain't no, oh, well, Lomachenko was no, how was he the real champ? He was the champ, but he clearly lost to Teofimo Lopez. Then Teofimo clearly lost to Kambosos. Okay? So guess what? Not only will he have beaten Lomachenko, but he beat Kambosos, who beat Teofimo. And guess what? Now that he's got Lomachenko out the way, who does Tank want to fight? Okay? Who does Tank want to fight? Just like Cruz called him out at the end of his fight, right? Who does Tank want to fight? Who does Haney want to fight? And people still talking about Shakur Stevenson coming up to 135. Look, all of this trying to stack a division don't mean nothing if these dudes are not going to fight each other. So I think for Tank Davis, I don't know who the person who's going to fight next, but I think Tank Davis, Ryan Garcia, all these guys, Haney, all these guys need to I be focusing on the top guys. But again, like I told you, these guys are already making good money. And so without having to even fight each other, they got, their bankrolls is looking nice. Tank Davis know damn well, he told Leonard Ellerby, get that money up. Get that money up. That's when everybody thought he was leaving, TMT, when it was like, he said, I never said I was leaving. I said, my contract is up. He re-signed with them. Now, did he say that on camera just to stir up some shit? Or was he really saying, like, get that money up? Like, I'm worth more than what y'all get me. Because at the end of the day, well, how much money do you think you're going to get per fight by not fighting guys like Ryan Garcia and them? And I don't think that I don't think Tank is scared of none of them guys. I don't think Devin Haney is scared of none of those guys. I'm not sure about Ryan Garcia, to be honest with you. I'm just not sure about him. I'm not sure about Teofimo. We'll have to see what happens with him at 140. That's a different conversation, but I'm not really sure about Ryan. Because for somebody to be so confident in themselves, but yet you're focusing on a guy, on his name. You fought Fortuna finally, right? Then all of a sudden, now you're going to 140, but you're going to call out Tank Davis. Like you can't make 135 anymore. No, stop. You want that smoke, fight him at 135. Now, you call him out at 135 and say, let's make it happen, and then it doesn't happen. Well, then it's like, well, Tank, what's going on? I wouldn't let no fucking Leonard Ellerby, Floyd, nobody. I wouldn't let nobody stand in my way of me. Why the fuck would I stand back and let them tell me I don't want you to fight this person yet? What you mean? What do you fucking mean? People always overlook this fact. It is strongly possible somebody can have that banana peel fight. You're expected to win, and all of a sudden, some motherfucker come out of nowhere and beat you. Then what? Then what? Somebody who you was expected to annihilate. You was supposed to look good against that person. They pull a Buster Douglas on your ass. Now, that fight ain't as big as it was going, as it could have been, because you done got a loss into a meatball. Y'all playing with that money. Y'all playing with y'all legacies, man. Because basically, I guess it's like this: if somebody become a millionaire, and they get used to being a millionaire, and they just get become complacent. Maybe if they meet a couple of billionaires, they'll realize, damn, I could achieve that too if I work harder. You understand what I'm saying? Because I don't understand how you guys are so cool with not fighting each other. Just watching each other's fights, going on Twitter and talking shit. Childish shit, man. Anyway, never fall in love with lies. Remember, the truth brings hate out of people, and I will catch y'all on the next video.